Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I am doing a collective reading for our beautiful collective here. So I am going to leave this reading a little bit open-ended today. And really, it's just my goal through this reading to channel whatever dominant messages need to come through for specific individuals who will connect with this reading in personal ways. So with that being said, if you would like me to channel specifically for you and your situation, be sure to like this video and also double check that you are subscribed, because by subscribing to this channel, this tunes you into our collective and allows me to pick up more easily on your energy. So I am going to start by shuffling the Energy Oracle cards deck, and I want to ask, what do those listening to this reading need to hear most at this time? Caring connections in the reverse position, and the heart chakra in the upright position. The first message I heard is, you may be struggling in love in some sense, in some way, and I will channel more into that in a minute. But with this heart chakra card upright, the message I'm getting is, in spite of these struggles you may have had in love, I'm getting a lot of past energy from this Caring Connections reversed card. I see someone feeling really frustrated, giving a lot of themselves in a love connection where they don't feel as though that love is being materially reciprocated. However, through all of this, there is something really powerful taking place at the energetic level within you. I feel as though you are learning how to love unconditionally, but not the way that society taught you to love. Society thinks of unconditional love as being what you give to others, but really, the true frequency of unconditional love is equivalent to self-love, because in cultivating that connection to ourselves through self-love, we are honoring the truth that there actually is no true separation. But let's channel a little more into this Caring Connections reverse card. By the way, there's a lot of lower chakra energy coming up here, so this could have caused lower stomach or stomach sensations in the solar plexus area, in the sacral area, but also energetically, this could speak to someone feeling unsupported within a love connection. And as a result of not feeling supported, by the way, I am picking up a very strong divine feminine energy from this person who felt unsupported. With Angel of Strength reversed, I'm seeing this, quite frankly, was a hit to this person's confidence. I hear someone saying, like, I lost myself there for a while because I latched on so hard to a person or a situation that was not reciprocating to me. But again, the overarching theme here is, through taking this hit in your confidence, through this struggle in love that you experienced in the past, something has been activated within you. In fact, I feel that on a higher self level, you chose to go through this situation that would be very painful, that would be very difficult, because you knew it would activate your heart center in a very powerful way. So how has this divine feminine been activated in her heart center through this struggle in love? Walking away upright. So this may have required this divine feminine to walk away from this person or situation, but truly this was not so much a walking away from something externally, although I feel in many cases to the other person involved here, to the masculine involved here that you may have walked away from, to them, this may look as though you are walking away from them, from a connection with them. There may be some feelings of abandonment coming up within this masculine around this, even though I do feel that he wasn't in his current state of being capable of reciprocating your love within that 3D connection, which led to you walking away. But what I'm really seeing is this walking away was you, divine feminine, learning how to hear and follow your own intuition. I am picking up on a divine feminine who has always been highly intuitive, but one of your greatest struggles in life has been repressing your own intuition, not acting on what your soul knows because someone convinced you that inner voice wasn't reliable. I'm going to pull a Starseed Oracle card for you as well because I feel like there's another message from your spirit guides here. Wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. So what I'm getting with this card is I might be speaking to a divine feminine who still feels the pull back to this masculine that wasn't ready, to the one who wasn't prepared to reciprocate their love. And the secret truth about this heart chakra activation that happened through this struggle, that happened through this connection, is divine feminine. It didn't just activate you. It activated this other person, this masculine as well. However, this weight card is coming out here because right now I'm speaking to someone looking back. I'm talking to a divine feminine who is at times in a lot of pain because of this masculine they walked away from, who wasn't prepared to reciprocate their love, and yet who at the same time was being equally activated through their connection. There's a very strong heart center bond here. In fact, with this heart chakra card, that's another reason this card may have come up with caring connections reversed, to symbolize this really complicated dynamic you've been going through, where you are bound in with someone, with another soul, with this masculine who you share this really mutually activating heart connection with, this intense, I am sure it's some kind of soul bond. Now, of course, only you can know whether this is a soulmate, a twin flame, but regardless, there is a really intense energetic connection, especially around the heart center between you and this person. In fact, when one of you, I'm hearing when you argue or when you have fought in the past or when you're disconnected in some way, when one of you walks away, the other or both of you really will feel this pull in your heart center back to each other. And divine feminine, since you walked away from this person, I am getting that you are feeling that pull. And yet the confusing thing is your intuition is telling you, which is also your spirit guides, your higher self, the divine forces you connect with are speaking through your intuition, telling you to wait. So now you're in this energy where it's like you're looking back on this person and situation, potentially feeling nostalgic, potentially longing for them because of the soul bond you share. But I hear your guides saying this masculine is not ready at this time, at this moment in time, to fully receive you in the physical. So I want to know what the spirit guides of this divine feminine are trying to get through to her. Hostilities in the reverse. Be present with yourself, with your life. Enjoy this beautiful unfolding life experience, and also come back to that space of inner peace within yourself. This speaks to an end to the conflict, an end to the fighting. I'm hearing you don't have to fight your intuition anymore, even if it doesn't make sense, even if you don't know where it's leading you. I'm going to get a few more clarification cards for this. So what else does this Divine Feminine need to know right now about waiting within this situation? Strategy reversed. Let go of your need for a plan, especially when it comes to your love life at this time. For whoever I'm connecting with here, if things have felt really confusing because of this dynamic, because of feeling this longing, this pull back to a masculine who isn't ready to reciprocate your love, and yet intuitively knowing that you followed your intuition correctly when you walked away, know that the reason it's complicated is because the energy, the truth of the situation is complicated. You aren't going crazy when you feel as though you have a strong soul bond with this person, when you feel as though they sense the pull on their heart as well, when you know that you came into each other's lives to activate each other. None of that is crazy. That is your intuition knowing the truth. But at the same time, your decision to walk away or disconnect in spite of that also is not crazy. This is just the complexity of this situation that you're in. Healer of the ages upright, the secret truth here, the hidden truth that at times you may not be seeing right now in the physical world is that this masculine is healing. So in the extended version of the reading, I will be channeling more information on how this masculine we are reading into here may be healing, shifting, or changing behind the scenes at this time. Because again, I feel there's something very invisible, very unseen about this masculine's healing work. So of course, I do channel extended readings 3 times per week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on Patreon. So if you would like to join our Patreon Soul Tribe and access the extended reading, the link to that is in the pinned comments and description box under the video. But while we're having a conversation with this masculine, let's go ahead and read more deeply into his thoughts and feelings at this time. All tied up in the midway position. So something stuck is breaking loose within this masculine. And of course, we will get into more depth on that in the extended. But for now, because of this breaking loose of energy, I'm hearing energy blocks are breaking loose specifically and very, very strongly within the sacral chakra when it comes to this masculine's ability to be open, to be transparent. However, through all of this with community reversed, the number 777 might be significant to someone. Through all of this masculine is feeling very alone. I'm getting a very 3D loneliness about this masculine. So I feel as though he's not around many other people in the physical world. If he is physically around others, I feel I'm hearing a situation of necessity. So there was already a pre-existing contract, whether it's a marriage contract, a work contract, some kind of ongoing connection that he mentally has checked out of, but physically hasn't left yet. That might apply for some of you. So take it as it connects with you. But even if this masculine is still technically physically present in these situations with other people, I feel that mentally he is very checked out. And this is because he's actually spending a lot of time in 5D with you, Divine Feminine. Daydreaming about you, thinking, I'm hearing fantasizing about being with you, talking with you, getting lost with you. But there's a feeling of hopelessness around these daydreams, around these visualizations. It's almost as though this masculine is continuously calling you, except that calling may not be happening through your actual phone. It's happening through the telepathic bond that you share. Through this masculine, again, spending so much time in the higher realms, in 5D with you. I get that he's dreaming about you a lot and very vividly. The World card in the midway position. It's interesting. So many midway cards are coming out here telling me 2 things. And the first is something that has been stuck. I'm actually hearing many things that have felt stuck for a long time within this masculine are in the process of breaking loose, but the key words there are in the process. I feel like this masculine is very much in a transition phase, energetically speaking. It's like he's rising into a higher energetic place. He's rising onto a higher timeline, but very much kind of in the middle of it. It's kind of this back and forth energy, the energy of having a foot in two worlds, but also feeling as though you have this sense of loneliness, as though you don't really belong anywhere. I keep getting the name Michael, so that might literally be someone's name, but it could also be Archangel Michael that someone here is connecting with. With door to romance reversed and man holding a coin reversed, as long as this masculine is still living predominantly from an unawakened state of being, or still in the process of his awakening, he will be in this isolated state. I'm sure many of you have heard some of the cliche phrases about God, the divine, the universe, whatever you call that source energy that is running through all things in existence. Many will say that this higher power, this source energy, will separate you when it's about to uplift you to a higher plane of existence, when it's about to upgrade your life. That's why very often when we are in the process of the most profound transformation, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, we will actually feel the most alone. And that is a really dominant theme I'm getting for this masculine. But also with door to romance reversed and man holding a coin reversed, I'm seeing that spiritually speaking, the divine has intervened here in the sense that although there is this very strong spiritual connection binding the two of you together in many ways, I also see that this masculine will not be allowed back fully into your 3D life, divine feminine, in a full-blown, sustained, consistent, manifested 3D connection fully and consistently until he has stabilized this higher vibration within himself, which again, I do see he's still in the process of doing. And until then, I sense he's going to be in this state of kind of having a foot in both worlds, being able to finally catch a glimpse of this higher timeline, which again, I feel he's getting through daydreams, through visions, through that time he spends in the 5D. But with Temple Path reversed, it's like he now sees and grasps this highest timeline for himself. He can visualize now what he wants for himself in his life, and yet he's still disconnected from that, meaning he hasn't yet fully stabilized that higher vibration within himself. He's still wavering at times a bit, practicing this higher vibration. And because of that, of course, when it comes to very high vibrational soul connections, such as soulmates, twin flames, especially, the only way to really sustain the 3D components of these connections is to first stabilize the higher vibration within ourselves, which is why, circling back, divine feminine, your guides are advising you to wait, in terms of not waiting around on something or someone, not waiting around for this masculine to heal, waiting in the sense of not taking action too soon to try and jump back into a 3D relationship with a masculine who is not yet fully sustaining that higher vibration, not yet fully ready. So your guides are really admonishing you to listen closely to your intuition about this masculine and about this situation, even when it doesn't fully make sense to you. So I'm going to reshuffle the cards here. And I want to pull a few traditional tarot cards here. By the way, because we're getting a lot of messages about you, divine feminine, being really connected in with your intuition at this time, and also we've been channeling a lot about how essential it is for you at this time to really be paying a keen awareness to that intuition and honoring it fully. So because of that, in the extended version of the reading, I will be channeling more in depth higher self, intuitive messages for you, Divine Feminine, from your guides, from the universe, whatever divine forces you personally connect with. But for now, I'm going to pull a few traditional tarot cards. So what else do those listening to this reading need to know at this time? King of Pentacles in the upright position. So just give me a moment and I'm going to channel a message from this card. Financial abundance, worldly success, a faithful provider, a man of high ambition. So I'm getting a few different messages from this. I'm getting it maybe about a 50-50 split. Who in our collective connects with which message here? The first is, for some Divine Feminines listening, this actually speaks to you connecting with that King of Pentacles energy within yourself, with that what we sometimes call divine masculine energy within you. I feel that your guides, if this portion of the message is for you, your guides are encouraging you during this time of having walked away from this masculine, even as you feel the longing, as you feel the pull back, to wait in terms of not jumping back into trying to utilize any external masculine force in your life to bridge the weaknesses of your inner masculine energy. Because I'm hearing that you will catalyze your healing process. You will take quantum leaps toward your goals. You will begin to rise onto your highest timeline to align with that true soul's blueprint very, very fast. If you have the courage to cultivate that strong inner King of Pentacles, inner divine masculine energy, rather than using another masculine in your life at this time to bridge those weaknesses. And this is no easy feat. And in fact, something that most never learn how to do. This is the process of integration, balancing your inner divine masculine and inner divine feminine. And this is something that you are already in the process of doing, whether you realize it or not. In fact, I'm getting you are a lot further along in this process of integration than you fully consciously realize. But again, to catalyze the process, to speed it up, regardless of who you are connecting with in the physical world, because I'm also getting this doesn't exclude connecting with masculines you feel guided to connect with. What this means is you hold your own within these connections. You hold your power. You hold your boundaries. You support yourself. You stand up for yourself. You no longer choose to utilize external masculine forces in your life to bridge your own fears and insecurities, but you address those fears and insecurities from the roots and therefore balance yourself and become highly magnetic for your desires, for your goals and dreams through this process of inner integration. But again, I said there were two messages from this card, so I'm getting that a secondary message here for some Divine Feminines is this might actually refer to a masculine you've recently met or will be connecting with in the future, who is someone who has achieved a lot of financial or material success or status in life. I'm getting high status person. So for some of you, this could be someone who is a public figure, someone who is of high status in some sense. For others of you, this could simply be someone very established in their life, in their work, in their career. And I'm getting that, again, this is either someone you've recently met or someone that could be coming in the future that you've been sensing, that you've been energetically holding space for. I'm getting that this person will be very drawn to you magnetically because of how much you have and are continuing to integrate yourself to balance that inner masculine and inner feminine. And I feel that this person, if this message is for you, has or will be making you some kind of stable long-term offer in love. I'm getting a lot of power couple energy from the two of you here, but I do feel that you are going to be presented with a choice. You have free will here, and your guides want you to know that there is no wrong choice, only what is right or wrong for you in the present moments. And along with that, there is this necessity on that word present, to really be present with your emotions, because your emotions are your intuition, are your guidance system within yourself. So once again, the overarching theme for you, Divine Feminine, through any of these experiences I've channeled that may be connecting with you, is to really come back to your center, to be present with yourself, with your current states of emotions, to have the courage to follow that inner guidance when things on the surface might seem confusing, when you aren't quite sure exactly how everything is going to pan out. In fact, I feel you are intentionally being placed in situations at this time where things might feel extremely confusing, where you have this strong sense of, I should connect with this person, I should disconnect from this person, I should go here, I should go there, I should pursue this hobby. And you are intentionally being placed in situations where you have no idea why you are inspired in this way. You have no idea how it's going to pan out, what it's going to lead to. But this is an exercise in practicing trust, in practicing strengthening that connection to your own inner voice. So in the extended version of the reading, I will be channeling more messages from the masculine and the feminine involved in this reading, what they are consciously thinking, feeling, experiencing, what their higher selves want to say to one another. Love messages from both of them. And I will also be channeling some thoughts on potentials energetically, how this situation, for whoever is resonating with this reading, how this situation could be moving forward into the future. So again, all of that is in the extended reading, which is linked in the pinned comments and description box under this video. But to close this first YouTube reading, I'm going to pull just one final Rumi Oracle card. So what is one final message for those in our beautiful collective connecting with this reading? Beyond death, life. Interestingly, this is also the number one card representing this very powerful new era being ushered in for you in life. And I have a feeling you've been sensing this. You have been sensing that there is this huge upgrade taking place in your life, even in those ways that you haven't seen yet physically. This, again, is your intuition speaking to you. So I'm going to just share a little bit from the guidebook here also. Footprints lead to the shore of the sea. Beyond that point, no trace remains. Rumi. And the guidebook also says, I am calling to you. Can you hear me? Listen. Within your hearts, there I speak. My voice rings true. I feel like this Divine Feminine is your higher self, is your intuition. You are urged beyond what has been. The time has come. Lay it to rest now. This ending comes as grace to free you from all that you have known, for what you have known is now too small for your soul. Bear your uncertainty with equanimity. I am certain enough for both of us. Allow me to show you the light that you are, that burns within you. I will unveil you to yourself, undressing your ego, casting aside its layers, as tender as a lover, with unwavering attention upon the sacred body of light. You shall know yourself in truth as pure, beyond all experience, untainted, ever innocent, as a pure vessel, stripped bare, ready for the divine revelation, as light, as life, as love. Thank you from the bottom of my heart and soul to all of you who contributed your powerful presence here, your beautiful high vibrational energy. If I do connect with you at some level and you feel guided to do so, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. An added benefit of subscribing is it does allow me to pick up more easily on your energetic presence here, so I am able to channel more specific and relevant information for you in future videos. The link to the extended Patreon reading, also for those of you connecting with the messages who want to go more in depth, that will be linked in the pinned comments and description box. Otherwise, I am wishing you the most beautiful, wonderful day and week, and I will talk to you again in the next reading.